Okay, gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Keysworn, and some of you may know me as Tanek127 Gaming, and welcome back to another video. And guys, in today's video, I want to talk to y'all about Wild Hearts S. And Monster Hunter fam, listen. I beg for your mercy. I beg for your forgiveness. I beg for y'all not to kill me in this video. However, if you want to stay updated on all things Wild Hearts or Monster Hunter, make sure you're liking today's video, subscribing to the channel if you are new, and don't forget you guys can now become a channel member for just $4.99 a month. It'll give you all kinds of exclusive badges. It'll give you all kinds of special discounts on my sponsor stores, all kinds of different goodies, and I'm just going to be adding more and more perks to this over time, and the price will never change if you're interested in supporting the channel. Thank you. I appreciate it. But let's go ahead and talk about Wild Hearts S and how I feel. And first off, this is going to be the big turn off of this video. Special thank you to Koei Tecmo for sponsoring this video and hooking me up with a review copy of Wild Hearts S on the Nintendo Switch 2. So, I got positive things I want to say about Wild Hearts S. I was given a review key by a developer. There's negative flags in this video already. But the reason I'm saying that, right, is because if I really meant anything bad, any evil, or any harm here, I wouldn't warn you guys of that ahead of time, all right? I'd just be the typical, clickbaity, trolling guy just here to make a video to piss you off. I want to try and explain things from my side. So, Wild Hearts S, how do I feel about it? Well, I already played the original Wild Hearts. I was playing Wild Hearts Hardcore on PlayStation 5, like I've told y'all in my previous Wild Hearts videos. I loved Wild Hearts. And as you guys know, at heart, at the end of the day, I was a Dauntless guy. I did a lot of Dauntless content on this channel. I loved playing Dauntless. Dauntless was my main monster hunting game for those who don't know. But Dauntless is dead. It got shut down because the developers were morons and do not understand the simple thing of players who like monster hunting games like to farm monsters, get gear, and cool cosmetics. They really just couldn't understand that simple formula as a live service game. And keep in mind, a perfect formula for something that's live service, mind you. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Dauntless. Hell, we're not even here really to talk about Monster Hunter. But Wild Hearts S is right now one of my favorite games in the monster hunting series or genre, style of games. I'm actually enjoying this game a lot more than I enjoy Monster Hunter Wilds. I actually like the original Wild Hearts better than I like Monster Hunter Wilds currently. And Monster Hunter Wilds is actually one of my, more favorite Monster Hunters. I really enjoy Monster Hunter Wilds, despite how I've felt about Monster Hunter in the past. And I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. I am a guy who did not like Monster Hunter World. And yeah, I know, first red flag of the video. Oh, buddy, there's Monster Hunter fans here on my channel. Oh, I know y'all coming for me already. But listen, all right? My thing about Wild Hearts is Wild Hearts offers a lot of things that Monster Hunter doesn't in this game. The combat is smoother. It's not as clunky. And no offense to Monster Hunter. I know that's how Monster Hunter is supposed to feel. But Monster Hunter's clunky combat is, a turnoff just for me, all right? For people, who like my style of combat. Like I said, I'm a Dauntless guy. I liked the smooth feel of Dauntless. All right, Monster Hunter's, like slower, clunkier combat is just turnoff for me. A big turnoff. And I'm going to tell you guys, there's something that they could do to make it better, but they don't. And in turn, Wild Hearts S does this. Now, Wild Hearts S, like I said, I like the feel of the combat better. I like the monster design a little bit better. I think, their monsters are more creative. But when it comes to the two games, I do like Monster Hunter Wilds' setting a little bit better. Nothing wrong with Wild Hearts. The setting is just, if I had to pick, I would pick the setting of Monster Hunter Wilds. But like I was saying before, sorry, I'm talking about all these games so much I'm getting them tongue-tied. Wild Hearts S is not even a remake, just a port of the original Wild Hearts game onto the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, when you play this game and you check it out graphically, I'm going to say it's on the level of about the Xbox Series S version of the game of of Wild Hearts, but just with a higher frame rate. When you play Wild Hearts on Nintendo Switch 2, it seems to be locked around like 45 and 50 FPS. So it actually runs really good. So if you're worried about the performance or anything with Wild Hearts S on Switch 2, don't be. The Switch 2 so far is proving itself a formidable console. I mean, if you guys didn't get that from Cyberpunk running on the system, I don't know what else is going to prove that to you. The game has a really good soundtrack. The graphics are great, but like I said, the biggest and most formidable turn on with me when it comes to Wild Hearts is the feel of the combat. It's so smooth. Now, don't get me wrong, the weapons have, the weight that they're supposed to. Like the katana, it obviously, swings faster than the greatsword. The greatsword is still, slower, but hits harder and stuff like that. But overall, the combat just feels smoother. You have the ability to lock on to monsters and stuff like that. And I'm not trying, to take away any of these things from Monster Hunter. Like the way Monster Hunter feels is what makes Monster Hunter Monster Hunter. But, there are just some things that Wild Hearts does that I feel like, just make it a more enjoyable and accessible experience overall. Now, that's just my personal opinion. The problem and the downside with Wild Hearts S, however, is the uncertainty of the game's future. And that's what, mainly bothers me about Wild Hearts S. Because we can tell when they originally made Wild Hearts with EA, they were intending, to add more content to it over time, similar to, how Capcom is doing with Wilds. That got stopped, and we don't know what Koei Tecmo are going to do with this version. Are they going to, support the S version for the Switch 2 even longer? Or, are they just going to drop it at one solid thing right here? We don't know what exactly their plans are. And one thing the fans of Wild Hearts are thirsty for is more content. And I'm not going to lie, same here. One thing that bothers me, and one reason I still haven't let go of Wilds, is because I know Wild Hearts S is here. I know, the servers aren't going anywhere, but I don't know if it's going to get more content. While I can go and look over at Monster Hunter Wilds, I know that Wilds is going to get more content. So I know Capcom plans to update it for the next amount of years. And I just wish Wild Hearts S would get that same treatment from Koei Tecmo, especially since they're the ones in charge of this version. And keep in mind, Nintendo Switch 2 does not have a dedicated monster hunting-like game right now. Wild Hearts S is really your only option besides the previous Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Rise. So it would be smart for Koei Tecmo to take advantage of this, and continue to add content and do things with Wild Hearts S, but only time will tell. But guys, long story short, I enjoy Wild Hearts S a lot more than I enjoy Monster Hunter Wilds, and it's just because mainly of how the combat feels. One thing Wilds and the Monster Hunter games could do in general to make the combat feel a bit better for me is give me the option to customize the control scheme on a controller. For some odd reason, Monster Hunter Wilds, nor World, nor Rise have the option to customize your controller binds on a controller, which I think is silly to me, and I have no idea why. It's an action game. You should be able to customize your controls. You want to make this as accessible to as many people as possible. And you can tell Wilds is meant to be more accessible to people because that's why the game feels a bit easier. And a lot of people are complaining about it. But I don't know. If Wilds isn't doing it for you, I would highly suggest checking out Wild Hearts S if you have a Nintendo Switch 2. And I know I probably triggered some people, saying I think Wild Hearts S and stuff like that is a better game. And I know, there's some Monster Hunter fans who are going to be like, and ready to rip my head off. I'm just saying, from the way I've enjoyed a lot of these monster hunting games. Like I said, I was a dauntless guy at the end of the day. I love Monster Hunter, and I have tons of respect for the series. There's just, there's some limitations with Monster Hunter that I don't like, that some of the side games always happen to clear up, but they just never last long enough. And I'm hoping that Wild Hearts S can be that change in the trend. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like. Go ahead. If you're pissed at me, let me have it in the comments. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.